Hello, welcome. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria. We are in the Bay Area and it's got the wildfires and really bad air quality out there. So hopefully you're all safe and have a emergency backpack just in case. Hopefully we won't have to evacuate, but hopefully you can stay inside and do the gentle yoga with me so you don't breathe in bad air quality smoke outside. All right, and before I get started, I want to remind everybody that happy to be of service during the pandemic with these full-length classes free for you guys, but it's not free to make. So if you are able to and would like to help me make these videos, please. Oh, there's 3 ways to do it. You can become a supporter by Patreon or PayPal. There's information under the video. Or you can schedule privates with me via Zoom, or you can tell your friends about my channel. Just share it with friends and family. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, and for all of you that are supporting me, I really appreciate you. And don't forget, we have a HIIT class every Monday. So I'll send the link after class today at 8:30 in the morning, high intensity interval training. So let's get started. Please say hello in the comments so I know who's out there with me. Today's class will be gentle, so if you have 2 blocks, a blanket, and a strap, it would be helpful. Hello, Alice and John and Daisy and Lily, Fernanda, Courtney, and Abigail. Welcome. Did I get everyone? Yes. All right, let's get started. Let's go ahead and shrug the shoulders forward and up to the ears. Roll them back and down. Scoop them forward, up, back and down. One more time, forward, up, back and down. And then we're just going to drop the ear to the shoulder. Inhaling through your nose and out your mouth. So let your head be heavy. And you can slowly begin to nod your head, rolling it forward and back over this shoulder here. So try to erase some of the lines of tension that we chronically carry here. Hello, Tracy. Welcome back. Hello, Suresh. Good to see you. Forward and back. And then you can, with the hands, experiment if you like it in front, holding your ankle, or if you like it out on the side, or if you like it behind you with the palm facing out. Sometimes you can get a little bit more of the front there. Let's turn our nose and look at the knee, and we're just going to make little circles in one direction. And little circles in the opposite direction. And release. Come on back to center. And let's just turn your head and look over your shoulder on one side. And then turn and look over the shoulder on the other side. Back to center, inhale. You can notice the difference on the sides of your neck already with a little stretch. Hello, Frank. And we're just going to go ahead and drop your ear to the other shoulder. Inhaling through your nose and out your mouth. So that your head be heavy. As you gently nod your head over that shoulder. Again, experimenting and finding the place that suits you best with your opposite hand. You can take it to the floor on the side. You can lift up your fingers off the floor, or you can bring it behind you with the palm facing out behind you. So hello to the 30 people I hear that are joining us. Please say hello so I know you. Okay, we're going to turn and look over your opposite shoulder, and you're going to make little circles with your nose. You can do clockwise at first, and you'll feel the scalenes on the front opposite side of your neck stretching. Nice and gentle stretch in one direction. And taking it the opposite direction. And then release. Hello, Roseanne and Dan. Welcome. You're going to interlace your fingers and you're going to press it forward. And then you're going to spread your shoulders away from each other. So protract your shoulder blades and press it forward. And then lift it up, scoop it up. And release your hand to the floor, side bend. So turning your heart and gaze up. You can bend the elbow down towards the floor if you're more flexible, or just keep it up. You can hold your head if you like. Oh, hello, Tom James from Southern California. Welcome to our gentle yoga class today. So again, we're going to the other side, and don't force it. It's gentle, so go to your comfortable side stretch position. Those of you that are more flexible, you might need to bring your forearm to the floor to feel it. Otherwise, just stay. And come on back. And we're going to take a little twist. So the hand to the opposite knee, lift up through the crown of your head, draw the belly in, that's where your twist begins. And then other side. So hand to the opposite knee, lifting up through the crown of your head. All right, let's come back to center. And you'll just take a comfortable seated position. We're just going to connect to our breath for a minute here. So closing your eyes, inhaling through your nose, and open the mouth and blow it out. And then just breathe in and out of your nose. So as you inhale, feel your belly expand. As you exhale, let it relax down towards your spine. So inhale, bringing all that awareness to your breath. Filling your belly, ribs, and then chest rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. So let's inhale all the way up to your collarbones. Hold your breath for a moment and then open your mouth and blow it out. 2 more times like that. Inhale, breathing in, holding it at the top for a moment. Open your mouth, blow it out. Last time, inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Hold your breath on top. A little longer, lift your chest. Take the sides of your neck back. So trying to reset our stress levels. 10 more slow seconds. Open your mouth, blow it out. Hands in front of your heart, drop your gaze, and take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms. Inhaling deeply. All right. So you're going to start in double pigeon. So the left shin is going to be parallel to the top of your mat. If you can, you're going to get your right shin over it, stacking them kind of like fire logs with the ankle over the knee over the ankle. So if this doesn't work for you and you're really tight, like say it's really high up like this, you can grab a pillow, a blanket, some blocks, whatever you need to prop it up. And if it still doesn't work, it's just impossible if you're really tight, you can just sit crisscross and just take your right shin in front of your left shin. Okay? So whatever your setup looks like, feet are dorsiflexed. And if you need to, you can bring a chair in front of you or a couch or stack a bunch of things up and fists and blocks and just, you can be just like really high at first until you settle into your breath and your body starts to open up a little bit more. So as you breathe deep into the pose, your body will probably let you go a little deeper so you can move a block out of the way or come down a little deeper, perhaps um, maybe to your fist. So try to breathe deep into your belly. And slowly come on up. And you're just going to walk your hands over to the left. So you might stay here, or you might press your arm into your foot here and find a little twist. Or maybe you can get your elbow down here and find a twist. And release. You're going to flatten the feet parallel to the sides of your mat. Take your hands pointing forward or out to the side. You're going to lift your sternum, lift your chest, squeeze between your shoulder blades, and stay here or let the back of your neck, if it's okay with you, the neck will drop back. You can even bend the elbows if it feels okay. And release. All right, other side. So now you'll take your right shin down, the left over that, and you'll set up any way that feels comfortable for you. If you need a lot of props, again, if this doesn't work for you, take your left shin in front of your right shin. If you need a lot of props, you're right here. And just breathe deep to your belly or that left hip, outer left hip. And then you can see if your body will allow you to go a little deeper. You can remove like one of your blocks or one of your props and go a little deeper, or perhaps move your block to a lower level. Maybe use your fists, or maybe you don't need the blocks. And you can just come down. Nice deep breaths into that outer left hip. And come on up. Walk your hands forward, lift your chest, and you're going to walk your hands over to the left, to your right, sorry. And you can stay here, Or you can come up and press your arm, your fist into your foot here as you just kind of twist over to the right. Or if you're able to get the elbow down there, you can do that. Maybe namaste your hands. And release. Okay, feet are parallel again. And you can either do this one again, lifting up your chest and letting your head draw back. Or you can do a step higher by doing reverse tabletop, pressing down and lifting your hips to a tabletop position. Maybe your neck can go back. Slowly coming down, taking a break. And then you can do that one more time, either one, this one, tabletop, or the hardest one we're going to do with reverse plank. Not for everyone, just lifting up. Get slowly lower down. And we're going to scoot over and come on down to our backs. So let's keep the balls of your feet on the floor at first, and we're just going to drop your knees to one side and the other side. Just drop your knees. Keep the balls of your feet on the floor and drop your knees from side to side. Feel a nice stretch. Go back. And then draw the knees in and up. Squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. And you're just going to drop your knees from side to side. Keep squeezing. And you can kick that top leg straight. Okay, and we're going to kick the top leg straight. One more time on this side. Top leg straight. And release. And let's straighten the right leg and feel your hamstrings. You can interlace right behind your hamstrings. You can straighten both legs. And just feel into those hamstrings. Make circles with your ankles here. Scissor your inner thighs. Pull it in a little. And release. Other side, left leg up. So if the back bothers you, you can keep the leg bent here. Otherwise, straighten both legs. You can make circles with your ankles here. in one direction and the other. And release. So feet are flat on the floor. We're just going to do a gentle core exercise. You can take your hands behind your head, elbows out, chin away from the chest, like an apple under the chin or two fingers. Draw the belly in, and you're just going to lift up and then down. Lift up real gentle and down. Up and down. Up and down. Exhale on the way up. Inhale back down. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 2, and 1. Okay, and stretch it. Oh, gentle core work. Draw the knees in. Take your hands behind your hamstrings, and we're just going to gently rock up and come onto all fours. So we'll start with dog wags its tail. So we're just going to wag our hips from side to side, like a dog wagging its tail. And then we're getting this lateral flexion in our spine. See if you can take the crown of your head and wag it in the same direction as your tail. So when I wag my hips to the right, then the crown of my head goes to the right. And then when I wag it to the left, the crown of the head goes to the left. So it kind of looks like a C with your spine, helping to keep your spine nice and flexible. All right, and pause. And drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your back. Tuck the tailbone under for a little cat-cow. Dropping your belly, looking up, rounding your back. Hi, Cheryl from Canada. Welcome. Drop your belly, round your back. Drop your belly, round your back. Do 3 more like this. 3, 2. Last one. Okay, we're going to slowly come onto our bellies. And we're going to take our hands forward with the palms facing each other. This will get the erectors on our back. So you're going to look between your elbows. You're going to lift your right arm and lift the left leg. Point your toes. And then the left arm and the right leg. Right arm and the left leg. Left arm, right leg. So keep going. You can go nice and slow like this. Or you can pick it up and go like this. A little faster like you're swimming. If it's hard for you, then you need to do this more. Work on those posture muscles. Do 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Go ahead. Relax your head to the floor. And then you can bring your hands by your chest. And we'll come up for Cobra. So, pointing your toes, coming up for Cobra. If you need to come down, You can do Sphinx pose instead of Cobra, just on your forearms here. Otherwise, Cobra for the rest of us. Rolling shoulders back, elbows slightly bent, hugging in to your ribs. Take the back of your neck back. So there should be no pinching in your low back. If you have pinching, come on down. Okay, you're going to turn and look over your left shoulder. And then turn and look over the right shoulder. And then come on up to all fours. Let's curl your toes under and come up for downward facing dog. So do what's comfortable for you. If you can bend your knees, straighten them. Try to take one heel down at a time. If downward dog bothers you, you can just go to a wall and do this, or a chair. So I like to take my feet about hip width distance and then bring the heels to the left. So it's a heel toe to the left. And then other direction, heel toe, other direction. And back to center. Let's take your right leg forward between your hands. Left leg forward, forward folds. So you can grab opposite elbows, bend your knees slightly, relax your neck, and just slowly move over to your left and right. And back to center. All right, you're going to bend your left knee. Use a block under your hand if you need to, or come up to your fingertips. The right hand can go on your low back, and you're going to turn the torso to your right, stack your shoulders. You can stay here or lift your arms straight up. And then other side, bend the right knee, hand on your back, rolling or lifting up. And back to center. And slowly come all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay, you're going to clasp your hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back. Bend your knees slightly. And you're going to come forward for a shoulder rinse. Lifting your arms up. If it's hard to do this, you can clasp a towel or a belt between your hands. And release your hands to the floor. Let's go ahead and slowly come on up. Nice flat back. Okay, so we'll take wide legs. Kind of like double hip width distance apart. So bend your knees slightly, and you're just going to do little hip circles here. So really trying to move your hips in a circle and help with little low back and hip. And if it's hard for you to do this, you can bring your feet closer together and then make smaller circles. So it's easier to make smaller circles when your feet are closer together. So listen to your body, what it feels like. Smaller circles or wider circles, small little circles in one direction. And we're going to take it the opposite direction. All right. Great. Now let's take your right leg forward for warrior one. Warrior one legs. Or you can just do warrior one. So it's a heel to heel alignment with the hips squared forward. And let's take your left elbow over the right for eagle arms. So if you can't get your palms to touch, you can get the backs of your hands to touch perhaps. Or if that doesn't work, you can just stack one elbow over the other and give yourself a hug. Okay, so just like this, lifting your elbows, take your hands away from your face. And release. So now we're going to work the right shoulder joint, silk reeling for the shoulders. So you're going to keep your feet where they are. You're going to relax the right shoulder. Just let it loosey-goosey relax. Hinging forward at the hips, you're going to bring your hands just under your knee here, and then come onto the inside of your knee, and from here you're going to shrug your shoulder up to the ear and then roll it back and out. So you get a nice chest stretch and your shoulder joint, shrugging it up, rolling it back. So as you come forward, you can adjust your stance shorter if you need to, but you're hinging forward with a flat back. As you come forward, more weight is in the front foot. And then as you shrug up and roll back, you're going to shift your weight slightly to the back foot. But the most important thing, let's think about this shoulder here. When you're hinging forward, it's totally relaxed. And then right under the knee, that's from right here, this is where you shrug it up and roll it out. Shrug it up and roll it out. Nice slow movement, silk reeling for the shoulders. Make that shoulder joint, oil it up and make it feel better. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Okay, and then we're going to step our feet together and just shake our shoulders and notice how it feels. My right one feels much better than the left one now. So let's make things even. Left leg forward. Let's do warrior one. And we'll take the right elbow over the left. Palms touch if you can, or the backs of your hands together. Lift your elbows. Hands away from the face, and then protract your shoulder blades away from each other. And then release. So again, if you need to take a shorter stance, that's fine. So adjust your feet, relax the left shoulder, just let it loose, bouncy, loosey. Hips are squared forward, hinging forward at the hip here. You're going to relax your shoulders straight down, just under the knee, and then it's going to travel to the inside of the knee. And then from there, you're going to shrug it up and roll it up. So hinging forward, shrug it up, roll it out, shrug it up and roll it out. Shrug it up, roll it out. And let's do 3 more here. 3, 2, and last one. Okay, so now you're going to forward fold. So since it's gentle yoga, if you need to use a wall, I'm going to use this as a wall, then you can use a wall, wide legs, and it feels very supported even if you don't need it. So you can just try. Feet are wide. Your hips are over your knees and over your ankles. Spinning your inner thighs back. And then you're going to take your right leg forward, kind of like warrior one. Right leg forward, and you're going to press into your wall or your furniture, and you're going to bend the right leg and send the left heel down to the floor. So you're stretching that left calf. And then you're going to straighten the front leg and fold over the front leg for a hamstring stretch. So you can either stay with your hands on the wall, or you can bring your hands to the floor if you're more flexible. And I like to pulse, so just bowing over the shin if you're able to, feeling the hamstrings a little more each time. Let's do 10 more. Okay, and we're going to switch sides. So your left leg is forward. Your left leg is forward. You're pressing against the wall or a chair. And then you're going to bend the left knee and drive your right heel down so that you feel the right calf stretching. So it only works if you're pressing against a wall or some furniture. And you also don't know that your calf is so sore until you stretch it. Go ahead and straighten the front leg, and you're going to fold over, stretching into that left hamstring. Option to come on down to the floor if you're flexible, or keep your hands on the wall. And if you're able to pulse, go ahead and pulse with me, bowing over that left leg so you feel the hamstring stretching a little more each time. Do 9, Okay, we're going to come on back. And we're going to come down to our knees onto our mat. So if you have a blanket or a towel to pad up your knees, go for it. You're going to take your right leg forward for low lunge. So square your hips. And you're going to bring your hips forward, pressing into that back knee, lifting up through the crown of your head. You can pulse a little or you can hold a static stretch here. So hands to two blocks or the floor. See if you can rock it back and straighten that front leg a little and then come back. Just rock it back a little, come back. So filling into your hamstrings. If you're able to, you can fold over. Then you'll come back up into that low lunge. The left hip is over the left knee, and we're going to take your right elbow to your thigh here and find a nice side body stretch. Okay, and now we're going to switch sides. So the left leg comes forward, interlace, and bring it forward. Again, you can hold static stretch, or if you like to back away and then come back into it, you can do that. It's all about listening to your body and what feels better for it right now. Sometimes a different stretch feels better, but depending on what's going on in your body right now, you may or may not want to move and stretch. All right, fingertips down to the floor or onto two blocks or two soup cans. Just gonna rock it back, try to straighten the front leg, heel down, toes up, Ardha Hanuman, and then rock it forward, rock it back. It can just be a real gentle rock forward and back. And of course, if you're more flexible, you can dig the heel down, isometrically pull it back, and also fold your forehead over your shin if you're able to. All right, come on up to low lunge. The right hip is over the right knee. Super straight posture, left hand karate chops your belly, or you can lean down onto your thigh there, side body stretch. Okay, and release. Let's go into a pigeon. So normal pigeon is the right leg forward like so, with the knee out to the outer edge of your mat. Your hips are squared forward. You can stay here or elbows on a block. If your hips are really tight and it's hard for this pose, you can lay on your back. And you'll do figure four. So the right ankle will go over the knee. You'll lift it up and you'll take your right hand between your thighs, interlacing them behind your hamstring or in front of the shin. I'm going to flip around and do pigeon since most people are in pigeon pose. And you can stay again in a static pigeon, or you can do kind of like a dancing pigeon. Your forearms along the edges of your mat, and you just kind of take your head to one side, lean your weight into one elbow, swing your head over one side and the other. All right. Then you're going to turn to your left. You're going to bend and see if you can catch your foot. If you can, you pull it in. Quad stretch. If you have a mermaid practice, you'll try to practice wherever you are with that pose. Maybe you just hold on to your foot today, or maybe you can squeeze your inner thighs and try to lift your hand up a tiny bit or more. Okay, other side. If you want to move through one last cobra of your choice. Otherwise, just switch sides, left leg up, bring it forward. Or if you're on your backs, you just switch sides. Come on down, forearms, squaring your hips forward. You'll feel the piriformis stretching. For most of us, will be the middle of your left glutes, fanning all the way out to the outer hips. But again, everybody's body is different, so wherever you're tightest, you will feel it. Some people might feel it more in the right hip flexor. So again, you can stay here or you can move side to side. And you'll come up, turn over to your right. See if you can catch your foot. If you can, you pull it in. And you practice your mermaid wherever you're at. Just holding your leg or lifting up. Without falling over. And release. Go ahead and take that back leg forward. I will do a little Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together and pressing down. You can walk your hips back so you're more in a diamond shape and fold your head forward into your feet maybe. Okay. So then you're going to take your hands, interlace them over behind your foot here. You can use a strap as well, and see if you can just straighten, lift your chest, straighten the leg. So if you need to, you can sit on something, and if you need to, you can use a towel like this, holding it up. Lift your chest, stretch those hamstrings. If you're able to hold on to the edge and just twist over. And release. Other side. So you'll just interlace and lift it straight up. Keep going. You can use your strap or not. So just straightening it as best you can. As long as you feel the hamstring stretching, it's fine. So if my right leg is stretching, if you take your left hand to the outer edge of your foot, keep lifting up through your chest, and then see if you can keep this hip down as you turn and maybe open your arm up. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and close out. So if you want to lay down in Shavasana or just go ahead into a seated meditation position as we close our eyes and surrender to our practice. Just inhale through your nose, open your mouth, blow it out. Get hands in front of your heart. Press your hands into your heart center and smile and feel blessed. And smile and feel grateful. And with gratitude for this gift of yoga, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up on the channel. And remember that classes are now 5:30 on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday because you guys voted for that. And I'm offering a high-intensity interval training class tomorrow morning at 8:30 for all level subscribers. There's more information on how to subscribe in the video's description. And subscribers, check your email soon. I'll be sending out the private Zoom link. And my goal is to reach 500 subscribers on YouTube. So please make sure you have subscribed and tell your friends about my channel. Thank you guys so much. Be safe. Bye. See you next time.